am so lonely. So very lonely. Oh, you don't even know the trials and tribulations. It's not quite the book of Revelation, but it's certainly not Genesis. We're not all running around naked, eating apples off the tree and talking to snakes. No, 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 no. Welcome to the Bottom of the Glass Nation show. I think everything's going now. It looks like the lights are green, the traps are clean. I tried to go vertical. And I failed miserably. My wife told me not to. She said you can't do it in the bedroom, and now you can't do it in the live stream. So 2 out of 3 vertical positions in my life are now off the table. I got one left. We're not talking about that right now, but we can get back to it. It is Tuesday, May 7th here in Los Angeles, a little bit after 6 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, I did try to go vertical. There is an entire audience. The bad part is the entire audience that we can get when you go vertical, because it slips your live stream into the shorts as people are going through their YouTube shorts. You see it. There's 2 bad things that happen. One is the Sun Valley Fox. He has this 90-inch Mitsubishi projection TV that he bought in 1992, and it still works. But you remember those TVs, you got to sit right in the center, and you got to turn out all the lights and close all the blinds. But if you're right in the center, and he has these big glasses that his wife she dials them in, and he can see perfectly. But the problem is that it's just one narrow on the screen, and that's hard on him. I try not to do that to senior citizens, but in the interest of spreading love and joy throughout the world, we tried to go vertical. And the other one is Mrs. Forwatton. She has a real hard time with the vertical. She is not here right now. Everyone keeps wondering what happened to her. She's still on staff. She still loves me. I still love her. Everything's good. She's just going through some stuff right now. She's got to get sorted out. Now, I'd love to be able to tell you what's going on. I would, but as an old school guy, it's you're not supposed to kiss and tell, right? Am I leading you down a path? Good. Glad you're coming along with me with that. I don't want to say that we met up. No. I don't want to say it was a seedy hotel room on the wrong side of Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. No, 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 no. I don't want to say that she brought a bunch of her peach hooch and we drank it into the night. No, I don't want to go there. And I'm certainly not going to say there was some acrobatics involved that allowed a 911 call to be made for emergency services and one of us was put in traction. I don't want to say that. I don't even want to go there. Let's just leave it at Mrs. Forwatton is beautiful. She's lovely. She's classy. She's ever present. And she will be back as soon as she deems it so. Or we could say she's on a secret mission. Yeah, she works for the government. She's on a secret mission, and we can't talk about it, can't disclose. Now, you folks, ladies and gentlemen, you decide which is a more plausible explanation. Was there some tryst in a seedy hotel outside of Pigeon Forge, Tennessee? Or is it possible she works for the government? Now, we should put up a poll. Which one do you believe? Well, but both lies are true. Can we move on from that? So, my lovely bride-to-be, not on camera, but she's on mic. Does your microphone even work tonight?
I don't know. Do you have that worked out?
Wow. Yes, I think I do. Everybody can hear you.
Sure there's not an earwig on there that might bother you?
I can't. I can't believe you brought that up. Okay. We have like 2 minutes to go. I can see the timer, 2 minutes to go. I reach over to the 5-hour energy box, and I could probably grab it right over here and show you what I'm talking about. Stand by.
Make sure there's not one in there.
Shut up. Just stand by, citizen. We need a little visual display since we did not offer a visual display with the vertical stuff. So I reached over to grab this, all right? Now, this earwig runs right across the top and goes right under in here. He goes right inside the lid. I reached, now it's barely out of my reach. I'm like, God damn it.
Oh, no. You were like, oh, my gosh. I pulled out my skirt. I jumped on my chair. That's you.
That is not what I did.
Yeah, you did.
That is not at all what I did. So,
oh, my gosh. Come save me. Come save me. I'll go over there.
I didn't ask you to do anything. She jumps up. I said, there's an earwig in the 5 hours.
That's not what you
said.
I'm
looking at it going, I don't even want to get up and do this. I'll just do the show sober.
Pull your pantyhose
That's what I decided. So she comes around the backside of me, and I said, hey, be careful. There's an earwig in there because she's been bitten by one. You want to talk about someone who screamed like a fucking little girl with a skirt of going down a hot slide in July in 1975? That was my wife. Painful, painful, painful. She goes at this thing and she gets in there. She throws me a 5-hour. She grabs it with little tissue, crunches it up, and she goes, I got it. I'm not afraid of the. That's it. That's what she said. I got it. I'm not afraid of these things. And I go, okay, you got it. She goes, it's dead. I said, okay. Then she does something. You know how hard their little pincher things are. I think she squeezed it and it, boink, it flicked out. And it spun towards me right on the ground. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. And she goes, don't worry, it's dead. And I'm thinking it's on the ground running around now. So I'm looking down trying to see if I can see it. She's trying to reassure me that it's already dead and she'll go get it. But she didn't see it that fast. She made it look like her eyes were darting around. Like, why are your eyes darting around if something's dead? What are you chasing with your eyes? Anyway, she got it. She went back in her chair.
Yeah,
and
remember that. Who got it? You didn't.
I didn't ask you to. It's not like I told you to come rescue me. You
Yeah,
just got
you were. You were pulling your pantyhose up, and you were like, "Oh my gosh!"
All I did was I mentioned that there was an
Pathetic.
earwig there. You did all the rest on your own. We
Pathetic.
get back to her chair. She
What
goes
did I
and sits
call
back
you?
down. Well, I can't say the word, but
Well, it starts the first word and then willow after it.
if it's a tree, it's a willow. If it's an animal, it's a cat.
Yep, that's what I called you.
Then she said my face was making that type of face, which I don't even know what that means. How do you make that kind of a face? How is that even a thing? I don't even know what she means by that. But she hurt my feelings. We almost didn't go on. I was getting all choked up for a minute, and my wife
Yeah,
was
you almost
calling me.
cried.
And but I pulled it out. We're good to go. We're back. So, honey, is there anything between the sheets you need to reconcile with the group before we get on with tonight's show?
Yes, we have 4. Count them. 4 birthdays to
4
announce.
birthdays.
2 yesterday, 2 today. 2 yesterday was Mama Trisha over on Instagram and Patricia Rules Martinez. Today is Mike Peterson and Cody Skinner. If anybody is in the chat, I hope everybody takes time to say happy birthday.
That's good. 4 birthdays. Those are all trips around the sun. You've made it one more trip around the sun. Congratulations.
We also have Bonnie Walker. Hi, beautiful queen, Mama Axe, and handsome general. Remember, I was first.
That's-
Banana sauce.
That's one handsome. Whoa, she said banana sauce?
Yes, she did.
That erases the handsome general. We need 4 handsome generals before we can begin. I'm a little bit vain, you see. Yes, it's true.
Kristen Hartman. Hi, lovely Mama X and handsome general.
There we
Again,
go. That's
I was
one.
first.
Oh, well, yeah.
Scott Aarons. Hey there, handsome general. Mama X. I actually made garden tool status Saturday, even if nobody would see until the end. Thanks for making my birthday brighter. You guys rock.
You're welcome, Scott.
Joe Derrick, woohoo, I'm not late, missed the woodshed and able to catch the bus. Good morning, handsome general, and always beautiful queen Gen X mom, and all of the bottom of the glass nation from the Philippines on this beautiful Wednesday. He
That's
is a
3
day-
handsomes. I need one more and we can begin.
He is a day forward. Sandy, hello, most handsome and fearless leader. And Samuel Pancake, I'm just chilling in my hospital bed. Yippee, tooth infection again.
Well, you know, if it wasn't for bad luck, Sam Pancake wouldn't have any luck at all. Every time, for the last year, every time that dude turns around, bad luck slaps him right across the face. Hang in there, buddy. We're all pulling for you. All right, you caught up between the sheets now? Is it my turn?
I have. It is your turn.
Well,
you have
praise,
the floor.
praise Buddha. Here we go.
Mike Peterson is in the chat, so it's his birthday.
Mike
Everybody.
Peterson in the chat. Happy birthday, buddy. All right. So listen, I did try to go vertical, which I don't want to explain to you. It would look real. The only place that's going to be horizontal is going to be on Rumble. And it came up perfectly before. I was barely able to put Facebook back where it's supposed. I couldn't get Rumble back up. I do apologize. So all of you from Rumble, hopefully you've moved over to Facebook or YouTube. But I am going to figure out the resolution so it looks correctly, and it's not stretched, and we can keep moving. And I want to tell you, it is about 4 times the setup, 4 times the work to set this up because of what you have to do to each screen. Streamlabs gives me 2 screens, and I have to drag a picture in and set it for here, and a picture set, and it has to line up with each one. Every word, every phrase, every picture, all the settings, all the sources. But I'm going to do that. I think if I adhere to a strict regimen of alcohol and cocaine, I should be able to get it done correctly. That's what I'm shooting for.
Well,
Now, I don't want to do
Nightbot-
those things, but I'm doing it for you.
Nightbot said, "Don't bother. Vertical mode is terrible."
Well, if you're on a TV or if you're on a phone, it's going to be great. If you're on a phone, that's what you want. So, and it's not like you guys are out there pulling more people into the channel for. It's not like there's thousands of you out there going, hey, come on in here. So I have to go do it. And I have to cast a mighty long lure, to get to pull in. I can't do that I can't one at a time. No. Vertical does that. Yeah.
How come we went from 3 generals to 4 generals? There's people, we're having a discussion on here. What, is it inflation, Bidenomics? Why'd we go from 3 to 4?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it requires handsome general. It requires handsome general to get me going to where I feel like I'm comfortable with the broadcast and beginning the stream. So, yes, I used to require good morning, handsome general 3 times. Now it is 4 times. Well, I didn't want to brag. I didn't want to bring this up. I really wasn't going to toot my own horn. I wasn't going to pat myself on the back. But many of you don't know what rank I am. You just know I'm a general. But for the longest time, I was a single-star general. I did get a promotion to a 2-star general. And along with that comes 4 handsome generals. That's just the way it works. I didn't make up the rules. Once I got that 2nd star on my uniform, I'm sorry, but I required more handsome generals. Now, I didn't want to make a big deal about it. You guys forced that out of me, just so you know. Yeah, Jenny's mom.
Kristen Dvorak paid $2. She goes, put up a poll for horizontal or vertical.
Not a chance.
I'm not Kristen. It's a dictatorship, and he's the chief dick.
I'm not doing it. If I put up we would lose that. But listen, I know. I don't want to lose any of you guys. I love you guys so much. You know I do. But we have to, if we go vertical like on Tuesdays, just Tuesdays, if we do that, it really does triple and quadruple the audience that we're exposed to. It does. And there's nothing I like better than being exposed to an audience. That didn't sound right. That's not what I meant. I meant the show being exposed. My Johnson's not out. Everything's good. Anyway, so we have
everybody in the Midwest is looking for tornadoes. We just had Deanna the Moonwraith go, oop, tornado warning. So
yeah, I've been getting those from Loud One and Chush off and on for a week now. You guys
take care of yourselves there.
Get over to Loud Ones. He's got a bomb shelter. He has a real, honest-to-goodness bomb shelter, concrete bunker, and he can run. It's 100 yards away, and he can run to it and get in there and shut the door. So that's where you guys all need to go. To go to Loud Ones, hunker down till the tornado passes. So that's the story on Vertical. It has to happen. I'm sorry. It's going to be on Tuesdays. Watch on your phone if you want to, or be on your phone and your computer. I don't know. I know it's not the ideal situation, but if we want to expose myself, if we're going to expose me to more people in a broader audience, we have to go vertical. Everybody's going vertical. It's a new thing. You should try it. You might fall in love with it. It's never going to be addicting, but you can pretend to love it just for me. Thank you, comma. Can we move on? All right. What else you got, sweetheart? Because I'm going to move now. I'm going to get...
we just had a new person sign up. Brittany Wolschleger.
Wolschleger.
I'm going to mess that up completely.
Wolschleger. Thank you, Brittany, for signing up.
A78 Fixer says the vertical shows were great.
See?
Yeah, but there's a lot of people there saying they're not.
Yeah, and so Brittany signed up because of the handsomeness that is before you tonight. That's why she signed up.
All right.
She couldn't resist.
Okay.
Brittany, I understand you had to sign up, and I understand you couldn't resist. I got to tell you something. It's the truth. I can turn this down, but I can't turn it off. And I had it up a little bit too high, and you signed up. It's my fault.
Well, Obi says $2 whore knows how to levitate. That's cool.
Because this thing over here is that's sitting on invisible Facebooks. All the ones under there are Facebook things that Streamlabs decided not to show you. They're all in there. I don't know. If there's a better way to do this, let me know. All right, so I'm moving on down. I got stuff, baby. I got stuff going on here. Let's start at the top, see if there's any housekeeping that has to get done. Nope, the first thing is Israel issues stern warning as IDF prepares to wipe out Hamas in the last stand. Everybody in the English speaking community understands what's going on here. Probably the Spanish speaking community as well. But the Biden administration, no, don't be aggressive. Temper yourselves. Israel's flat out just saying we're going to go wipe them out. They are our enemy. They want to kill us. Israel's not going to listen to anybody at any time, ever. They're going to finish the job. Yeah, you guys can talk in the UN. We can have phone calls back and forth. And at the end of the day, they have a goal in mind, and nothing is stopping them. Period. All right? Got to get it through your heads now. All right, what else was there? We already did Jake Paul. We talked about him going out there. The podcast is still up. This is turning out to be the podcast that my wife and I do. It's one of the fastest growing things in Gen X Talks in our community. And I want to say the last 10 have really taken root. You guys have really caught on to the storylines, to the things that we're talking about, and it is a lot of fun. This one, last week we didn't give an update on the kid. We didn't give an update on the daughter. So this week, if you guys saw the short that came out, yeah, you guys saw the short that came out. I got a little lecture from my daughter because her boyfriend got a little lecture from me. It's kind of funny. Loud One texted me. Loud One saw the short. He texted me. He's like, "Okay, what happened?" Because he wanted the extended version. He goes, "I want to know what happened with the guy. I don't talk about with the daughter. What happened with the guy?" So we had a little conversation there. But we'll get into that on the podcast. You guys can see the podcast everywhere. It's literally everywhere. But now you know. Also, if you didn't get a notification, join Patreon. It's the only way that we can reach you guys. We have no way of communicating. We can't mass email you. We can't do the I Love Jeannie blink and have everybody show up. No. The only way we can do that is if you join Patreon, we can send you an email before the show going, "Hey, we're starting the show." That's all we do. Plus, you get behind the scenes stuff. So go join Patreon. It's a good thing. And you'll love me more after you've done it. I'm not going to go to the gold coin thing. There was some stuff. We have etiquette. We have protocol. I need to apologize to my sister-in-law. She's so sweet. She is a sweetheart. My sister, married to the Sun Valley Fox. Can you imagine what a saint she must be? I can. I've met her, and I still think I haven't even begun to understand the glowing presence of sainthood she's under to put up with him as a husband. However,
46 years.
How many?
46.
They've been married 46 years.
God.
46 years. About the IQ of millennials and Gen Z. Just about 46. Anyway.
I think it's going on 47. Are they on 46 or I don't know.
I don't know. I have some things that I want to show you guys. I'm going to have to drag and drop, and that's okay. We've done that before. But when I show you these things, I got to apologize because there's a few of these things in here that we're going to get into. We're going to cover some stuff here. It's in Guy Terry. This is man code. This is guy code. And a lot of you guys are going to sit back and go, "Why are you doing this, man? General, you're giving away our secrets." Yeah, there's some stuff we're talking about here. So let me bring some things in for you. Let me bring them in one at a time, and we'll talk about these, okay? Here's one. Now, I know we've talked about this a little bit in the past in the context of a joke. We talked about it in the context of a story that happened at NASCAR one time. But for all of you women out there, I'm going to let you in on some guy stuff. There's some things that you should know, and maybe you don't know, so I'm going to explain them to you. Now, one of the things, what does it say right here? Trying your best not to look at the guy in the urinal next to you while also trying not to look like you care. That is a big thing for a guy, okay? When you pull up to the urinal and you're going to do your business, you whip out your Johnson, a small part of you wants to see how your Johnson compares with everybody else's. Just a small part. The other part is you're trying not to look. Because if the other guy catches you, because if you look down like that next to you, that dude will be staring right at your face when you look over. He'll be looking right at you every time. You know what? I had those things in here. Do you want some of these, honey?
I would love some.
I got those right there. I got you, drugs. She's squirming in the chair because she's having her back pain. We're soldiering on. Now, here's the other deal. I want you to look at this picture, ladies. We'll talk about this more in a minute because there's another picture I want to show you. This is guy code. This goes on. You girls don't know, but this is true. Okay? You don't want to look, but if you do look, you know why you're looking. But if you get caught looking, it's over. You got to go in there, whip out your Johnson, do your business, and pretend like huff a little. Like, God, I should get this over with and get out of here. I don't care about anybody standing next to me. And you certainly don't talk. But see the guy in the orange? If he was the last one in there, if he came to the stalls last, he's got a problem. He should not have stood there. If the guy in the orange was the last one there, there's something wrong with him. He should have gone to the very end and left an empty urinal between the guy in the turquoise blue and himself. Okay? Now, if the guy in orange was the second guy there, what a dick move. If the guy in orange came in after the guy in red, if you said, what a dick move, because he's in a good spot. He's got space between the guy in the red, but then the blue guy comes in. He's like, fuck, I got no choice but to stand next to somebody. Yeah, Gen X mom.
Cue Ball calls it pee-pee grazing.
pee grazing. I'm just showing you guys. This is a real thing. I'm sorry, but there's some etiquette. There's some protocol here, okay? We're not done yet. Let me get to some other ones here. There was an unintended here. Okay, well, here's the thing. Here's the very thing I was talking about. Let me show you this one right here. This is the exact thing I was just bringing up, and this is a perfect example of what you do and what you don't do. And now, this is such an issue for guys. Someone made a chart and a graph. Now, on top, look at that top picture up here. It's right over here. Okay, see that guy? There's one guy at a urinal, and the second guy walks in. The second guy, look at the bottom screen. He stands in a place where the guy in orange has no choice but to stand next to somebody, and it says checkmate. What a dick move. That guy on the end could have gone all the way down to the end, or he could have gone to the third one and kept an even number of spacing between people. That guy either did it on purpose to be an asshole or is a rookie. Men, don't be a rookie. Don't be an asshole. There is urinal etiquette, okay? There's
I think
protocol.
the guy in the middle came in last because of the way he's standing.
On the other picture?
Yeah. I think the guy in the middle came in last. I don't know. I'm not a guy. We don't have that problem. But the way he stands, the other two are kind of spread their legs. Johnson's out taking a pee. The guy in the middle
Okay, the
squeezed
blue guy.
himself in.
Oh, yeah.
Do you see his legs are together like he's squished in between the two of them?
Well, see, that's what I said. I think the guy in orange did a dick move there. He could have gone all the way to the end.
Yeah, that's true.
But when he went to that one, he's like, you're going to
Yeah,
stand
the
next
guy
to
in
me.
the middle should have just waited. You guys don't take that long to pee, do you?
You can't wait.
Oh, Lord.
Now, wait. Now, hold on. Now, there's something. That's interesting. That's interesting, dude. Because
Dude, did you just dude me?
it's like my man.
dude me.
It was Lebowski.
Don't dude me.
That's interesting, man. That's interesting. Like, Walter Sobchak. That's interesting, dude. I Lebowski'd you. I wasn't being disrespectful. I was Lebowskiing you. Why can't you wait?
I don't know. Does that mean you're watching?
No, or you're afraid.
Oh my gosh, you guys!
You think if I walked in there and I had to, it was either stand and wait, or just holster up next to two dudes. I'm going in. I don't care. Remember the whole lesson. You have to act like you don't care. I can't walk in there and go, oh golly, there's no empty. I'll wait, you guys, until you're done.
Don't you guys have stalls?
Yeah.
So why can't you go to a stall and just pee in the stall?
That's even worse. Okay, you can.
That's worse?
If they're filled, if every urinal's filled, you can.
Oh my God.
But if you go into a stall when you don't have to, that is one of the worst things you can do as a guy.
Too much logistics on going pee.
You can't go in there because then you're afraid, you're hiding, you're nervous, you're embarrassed. You can't, every guy's going to back me up. These are unwritten rules that are ingrained since the dawn of time that, the 10 Commandments used to be the 15 Commandments. There was a whole other tablet made of stone, and these were the rules on the other tablet. These were the other 5 rules.
Gosh.
Yeah, not a lot of people know that, but I do.
Lord, too much.
All right, well, let me explain it like this.
Thank God I'm not a guy.
One more way to explain this correctly, and this guy drew another chart, so pay attention because this is another way to explain it nice and easily. Do you see this? The guy even wrote this down. There's a correct way, only in an emergency, and what you never do. Now, pay attention. The correct way, walk in and leave space. In an emergency, just go in, line them up, get it done. And what you never do, if there's empty urinals, you never stand next to the dude. And I've had that happen. I'm at the first urinal, there's 12 other empty ones, and some dude will stand right next to me. You cannot do that. I can't even tell you how wrong. It says never. I don't care if you got to go piss on the floor. Don't ever do that. Don't ever come in there. I will side eye you the entire time. Why did you stand next to me?
But yet you guys will go on the side of the road or out in the forest or where everybody can see you.
Absolutely.
But this is different.
This is bad. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are so full of shit.
I'm just telling you, there's rules. I'm not wrong. There's not one guy in here who's going to contradict me on these rules.
Tell them how many times have I walked into a men's bathroom and went to the bathroom?
More than once. When the girls is full, she has gone in there.
I'm walking in there.
She goes right in, goes into a stall, does her stuff, walks right out. Now, I haven't been in there, so I don't know if she's slapping a dude on the ass on the way or just taking care of her stuff, but she does it with 100% confidence. She is not going to wait in a 2-hour line because of women.
No, you guys have stalls. I'll go in the stall. You ain't seeing nothing. I pee. I get out. You guys are still drinking.
And nobody cares. You know, if a guy does that in a woman's bathroom, women scream. But if a girl goes into a guy's bathroom, guys don't say.
Isn't that hilarious? That's just.
Well, we're not going to chase a woman out of. We got our Johnsons out. We're kind of proud of that fact. We're not going to make a girl leave. Anyway, so there's another one for you. Here's one. Here's an invention that is going in my next house that I build. If I ever build another house, this is going in the bathroom, especially where my guests are concerned. Now, I'm not going to tell you what this is for or why. Let's see if you guys can figure this out. This is a real thing. It's at a real place. I just want to see if you guys know. Do you? Do you guys recognize this, how this would be effective? Does anybody understand this? Every guy goes, oh, dude, I totally get this. But I got to see if the women do. Can you guys, do you even understand this? Everyone's thinking.
What, you put your head on it, lean forward?
Because sometimes,
Lord.
Okay, there's so many ways this is great. Now, hold on. Sometimes when you get up in the morning, you're like, oh my God, just go to the bathroom, and your Johnson's not cooperating, and there's morning issues. You just want to lean your head against the wall and go, okay, dude, I'll wait on you. And you do that. Or if it's been a long day, you get home from work or you're out someplace, you had a few beers, you're like, oh my God. And you lean on the wall, you can put your arm above it, and you just put your head there and go, ah. Or the last one, when you're totally drunk.
Okay.
When you're hammered, you go into the bathroom, you're like, oh, and you just want a nice, cool pillow, put your face against it.
I was going to say, I'd rather have the tile than the pillow if I'm hungover. The coolness of the tile would be better.
A little bit far.
That's like us girls hugging the porcelain god.
Yeah, a little bit far on that. I think a pillow would be much nicer and softer.
Wow.
Just put your head. Oh, every guy has thought about that once, going, oh my God, if there was a pillow right here, I wouldn't even move. And it's a real thing. Now, I don't know where this exists. I've never seen one before in real life, but I promise you, I will never forget. Anybody who comes to my house once I've installed this, they will never forget it. They will never forget that happened. All right, so there's another one to talk about here. This one's less of a deal than more of a deal. There's two types of men when it comes to peeing in the toilet. And if you look closely, we can discuss both types. Got a drag and drop here. Just get used to it for a second. Now, pay attention. Do you see the target? Do you see the target on there? One's dead center, and one's off to the side. Now, we talked about this. I told you that the first solid advice my grandfather ever gave me that I remember, I was probably 7, 8 years old. He said, hey, when you go to the bathroom, aim towards the back. People can hear you when it hits the water. If you pee, especially in a public restroom, if you pee straight down, you are trying to let everybody know that you piss like a racehorse. And the unwritten rule in a bathroom is if you hear a guy peeing and he pees for a long time, we all just assume his Johnson is big by the amount of time it takes him to pee. Yeah, Gen X Mom.
Danny H says left side is for the THX quality auto.
testing the sound system, and so if you are nice and you are considerate, you pee towards the side, you hit the back of it, and you're good to go. No noise. But if you want to announce your presence, you pee right down in the center and you pee for as long as you can. It sounds like you're dumping a pitcher of water out slowly. Yeah,
it took a girl, Sweets, to look at this picture and go, first of all, why is the seat down?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow, you guys are brilliant.
Maybe they were both in a hurry. Here's the other thing that I find funny. People will send these memes. You did this years ago. We were younger. You said, how can a man drop a deer at 100 yards but can't freaking piss in a toilet without getting it everywhere?
God, I don't understand that.
You can shoot 100 yards away, but you can't hit a toilet 2 feet in front of you. I'm not saying I have a good explanation for that. I don't know.
None of you. I don't care what age a boy is. They cannot hit the toilet. I mean, I don't get it. I had a house full of boys, I got to tell you.
I'm going to bring up a picture that no woman is going to be able to explain. Most men are going to go, I don't get it, because we don't think of our footprints. We don't think of our footprints, but when I say it to a guy, they're going to go, oh, totally got it. Maybe some guys will get this. They might. No woman will have an explanation at all. Now, I'm going to put up a picture, and you're going to see some things unusual, just one little thing. Women, tell me why, right? This is important now. Don't slough me off here. Let's see if you can tell me why. Why is this picture relevant at all? Okay, this is a man walking, and these are his footprints. Does this make sense to anybody? Now, there's going to be a couple guys that get this. I can give you guys a clue. Summertime. Anybody? I'm just asking if you guys can get this. If not, I'll be happy to explain it to you. Again, guy code. This is man code stuff. This is stuff that women are like.
Avoiding dog shit?
No, that would be a good guess, but no, that's not it. So we are acknowledging that we all see it's one step to the side.
Ball adjustment?
Yes.
Noel.
Yes. When you got one of your
Mary
boys.
Mistretta.
When you got one of your boys sticking to the side of your leg and you're tromping along and it won't go, you take a big wide step to one side, get those legs apart and hope it falls down and go right back to walking. You can't walk comfortable. So every guy you walking along, you see a guy take a big old stride to the right and come right back where he was. That is the best way to get a ball adjustment without actually grabbing it. You know, it's not cool. You can't, especially if you're in a tuxedo, you can't stick your hand down there and start working things around the pocket.
I swear you guys all have names for it. Nut jogging. What the hell is nut jogging?
It's a real. This is a real thing.
God, it's like,
ladies and gentlemen, you all guys know what I'm doing here. They're just nodding their heads. They can't believe I'm giving away the guy secrets. I am a little bit, but ladies, this is the struggle. This is a struggle we go through. I don't think you fully appreciate what we contend with all day long. It's tough. It's not
that's called
easy.
a bat wing.
It's important. I think it's important to cover some of those things.
God.
So, all right. Now, all right. This one, my wife and I are going to argue over this. Ladies, you can scream and yell at me all you want. This is a real thing. It's a real issue. I'm going to have to leave it full screen for you so you can see it. Now, this is a pee stream. And as you go to the bathroom and as you relieve, it gets lower. Panels 1 through 3, it gets lower and lower. It gets to a dribble. Then out of nowhere, it can shoot up strong again. Nothing we're doing. We're not straining. We didn't revitalize ourselves. We didn't pull a floodgate and have it. No. So all of a sudden, you're getting your angle down so that you're not making a mess. And that thing can rear back up again. I just want you to understand that, ladies, that we're not always trying to be jerks about where we pee and what we do. This can happen, and there's nothing you can do about it. It just all of a sudden comes back, and we're like, oh, you're wrestling that monster. You're wrestling a python trying to get it back to the right position because the pressure changed on you. Just imagine a garden hose doing the same thing. There you go. All right. Just want to explain that out there.
I swear, you guys are on, all the guys in here are on point. The push, don't cross the stream. I mean, come on.
We're not wrong on this. These are things, you know what? There are men out there right now watching this live stream, raising a glass to me, going, it's about time, General. It's about time our story is told. We demand to be heard. Yeah. The oppression we live with from our own bodies that betrays us.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Dr. Zavala, Dr. McDreamy goes, it's called a caramel apple? Is he saying responding to something else?
Caramel apple?
I don't know.
What's the caramel apple?
I don't know.
You didn't check your phone soon enough is why. Dr. McDreamy's timing in, but he didn't.
I don't.
I'm just trying to express some continuity in life here. Okay. I'm going to switch gears just a little bit.
You know what? Dude is right. He goes, the general stays alone in the house for one day and see what he comes up with. Exactly.
You disappeared. Yeah, I put your story out there on the subscriber. For all of you who are subscribers, you've been following along. We put up like 4 stories, behind the scenes stories, but you got to be a subscriber on Facebook. It's the General's Lunchbox, Patreon, or a YouTube member in here. Yes, my wife left me for one day and my mind wandered. What can I tell you? You leave me alone. What do you expect? Now,
oh my God.
I got a couple more guy things, then I have a couple of girl things I want to talk about. Maybe it's a question, all right? So this is
okay, he clarified. When the guy's sack is sticky, it's called a caramel apple.
Okay. I can see
there
that.
We go.
All right, so I don't know if you guys could, maybe I should leave this one up too. Maybe I should leave this at full screen for you guys so we can talk about it where you guys can look a little closer. Where in your room to place your computer? Now, do you see where the door is?
Is this a guy thing?
This is a guy thing. You'll notice, and if you remember, now, I don't know if you'll remember this, sweetheart. we had a little arguments with our teenage boys and computers, and you were like, why are they insisting on putting the computer here? If they just move the beds and the dresser, there's more room and there's more stuff. And in my head, I'm trying to tell you, they don't want you walking in and seeing what they're doing on the computer. But I can't say that because you're their mother. And they're like 13. So if you look at this chart, this is a chart for kids to understand. Boys, you open the door, see the red side? Never have your computer on that wall. No. You can't have that screen where when your mom walks in, your chick walks in, they're like, what are you doing over there? Now, the orange, maybe a little bit on the orange wall, you'd be okay. You might have time to turn off the computer, change minimize something, maybe, but it's really risky. Now, yellow, it's stronger because your mom or your girlfriend or your wife has to come in the room, scan the room for you, and you do have time to move. That's yellow. It's a little iffy. But a trained professional would do well with their computer on that yellow wall. Now, of course, we all know as guys, the green area is your safe zone because someone would have to open the door, come in, look around, realize you're behind the door, walk around the door. By then, you got plenty of time. You could switch from race cars and you could be right over to your Bible study in 2 seconds and you'd be clean and ready to go. This is guy stuff. This is stuff that women don't think about. This is something guys think about every single time. Yeah, Gen X Mom.
Facebook had a few comments that I need to talk about what you were showing.
I'm ready.
David McCoy says, I was at a concert and standing at a urinal and had a girl walk up next to me, drop her pants, hover her rear and over the urinal and do her business.
Yeah.
Amen, sister friend.
I've seen them do that. I've seen girls do that. That's amazing to me.
Johnny O on Facebook, TVs in front of the urinal is the best.
I've seen those, yeah. Especially in sports bars when you're missing the game and you go in, you can pick up right where you left off. No, he's right. Good stuff there with TVs over that.
Yeah, one more thing. Scott Royston gifted 5 new memberships to Iowa Wrench, Wheezy, Thomas, and Grateful Ed and Andreas. They all got memberships tonight from Scott Royston.
Thank you for doing that, Scott. Pay attention, you guys, because memberships are not what you think. You think, okay, well, the guy Scott Royston gave 5 memberships and they're all $1 each. Wow, he gave $5. First of all, that was Scott's $5. He doesn't owe you guys anything. He certainly doesn't owe me anything. That was his hard-earned money, and it isn't $5. YouTube, I think it's around $20 or $25 to be able to give 5 memberships because there's a fee and you got to do. I'm telling you, it's not just a straight transaction. So when Scott does that, he's giving just for the opportunity for you guys to be members for a month and see what goes on behind the scenes. He gives way more money than the membership. Thank you, Scott. Yeah, Gen X Mom.
Q-Ball said, a comment on your picture here says, all we had to do was hide our Playboy. These fuckers got cookies now and they're busted.
Yeah. There's residue behind on the computer. A sleuthy mom can figure out what you've been doing. It's tough. I'm not saying it's not tough. It is tough. But so all of you moms, when you go into the rooms and the kid has rearranged his bed and his dresser and stuff, it will not look correct to you. You'd be like, this is just a waste of space. No, he's protecting you. Leave him alone. That's all I'm saying. All right.
Sean MacArthur over on Facebook. Here's 200 stars. The General Alcohol Fund and Gen X Mom Awesome Show.
There we
Glad
go.
to be here for 200 stars.
Now, there's two. This is the last guy one. This is the last guy thing. There's 2 parts here. Okay. I want to show you this picture, and there's 2 parts to it, so give me a second. People of the good ship, hear me speak, all right? People of the good ship. When an attractive guy is trying to get past you, a woman, he's trying to get past a woman, and he touches your lower back to get through. You know, it's a crowded area, and this nice-looking man comes by, says, oh, excuse me, and he puts his hand on you because he's being a gentleman. He doesn't want to bump into you, lets you know he's there, just kind of touches your lower back as he goes by, and every woman has that look like, ooh, yeah. Ladies, I know what you're thinking about that. It's thrilling. It's another man touching you. It's innocent, and it's a little bit of a caress. I know. And for your men who don't pay any attention to you, it is the thrill of your week. I got it. And the guy's very smooth. Every time the guy will breeze through, oh, excuse me, ladies, I don't mean to make contact here, but I have to get through. Let me just sort these things out, and you kind of just lower back your way through everything. Every guy knows what we're doing. We absolutely know if we put fingers on your lower back, if we put our palm on your lower back, and the best one is if we think there's even a little inkling in your eye of something. As we move through, we don't just remove our hand, we drag it along your back ever so slightly for about an inch or two and then release. And if we see any movement from your hair, we look away like we aren't paying attention. And when you turn to see us, we're already gone. We're not thinking about you anymore, which makes you guys want us even more. Yeah, true story. All right. Now everyone's pissed. General, stop, man. What are you doing? These are our best moves, man. I know, but those days are behind me. So why not blow up the whole fort right now?
Where'd you guys learn these moves?
Well, most of the time it's passed down. It's passed down from granddaddy to son on down. However, I will admit freely that a lot of these are just born into us. We just know these things. It's like, well, how do you know how do you know how to eat? How do you know what? Well, we just do. These are things we just know how to do. We're men. We're men. God damn it. All right. So that was kind of the last man one. Now, I don't want to put this to a poll. I'm going to put something up here about a chick. You guys have to tell me if this is true or not. Now, my wife does not wear a lot of makeup. She's this beautiful all the time. But I know I've dated some chicks who I think this could be a real thing. So you guys tell me if this is a real thing or not. Ready? Let's bring this over here. Let's pop it open here and just take a quick look here. The one eye you can never get to look as good as the other eye. How is that possible? Why don't you girls just go in the bathroom and pump, pump, and you're done? Both eyes are the same. What? I don't think I've ever I've never looked at a woman who came out of a bathroom and gone, holy shit, what's happened with your eye? That one looks all fucked up. Is it really that big of a deal to get both eyes where you want them? I don't understand.
Yes, it's very hard. So when you go adjust yourself,
Yeah.
if you're right-handed, do you use your right hand?
Well, it really,
If you did it with your left hand, how would that feel?
like someone else is doing it.
Amen. There we go.
But for guys, that's an inside joke for guys. The inside joke for guys is use the other hand. It feels like someone else.
Yeah, it feels like a stranger.
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Did my wife just, what are you doing? What? How would you know to say that? Oh my God, I feel like I'm watching the Tom Brady roast all over again with some of the shit you're saying. All right, can we get back to the is this a thing for chicks? Do you guys have problems with this? Is this like a legitimate thing?
So I've heard.
I don't think you'd have to worry about it too much. Just do the best you can. And, if you're really worried about how your face and hair looks, just unbutton a couple, let the girls out a little more, and no one's ever going to look at your face anyway. That's a true story, or it's true, it's a story. All right, where's another one in here? Yeah, this one I know for sure is true with you women. There is just so much wrong with you girls with this shit. And here it is, I'll leave it up full screen for you. When she's thinking about forgiving you, but her friends are there to remind her that you ain't shit. And that is the truth. How many times have guys, I don't care if you fucked up or you didn't fuck up, if you did something or you didn't do something, there's some disagreement between you and your girl, and you work on the apology, you work on the forgiveness, you work on getting back together, you work on all stuff, and she's just about there. You're like, okay, can we just go out and get a cup of coffee and talk about this? I promise I won't put any moves on you. Can we just be friends? Can we just work this out? And then you guys got your herd of clacking, yakking women that come along and point out everything wrong with the guy, everything you've done wrong, everything you said, everything you did. And what is that?
You know what? You guys have wingmen. We have tribes, okay?
Okay, but there's difference. A guy would say, look, man, she's trouble. If you want to have sex with her, go ahead, but don't get back together with her. Don't bring her along. You ain't getting married. You want to go a couple rounds with her. You want to go a couple laps around the track, go ahead. But a wingman would say, just don't put a ring on her finger. She's trouble. You girls are not like that. You girls block every aspect when the herd isn't happy, they can't let her be happy. The one going off, no. If the herd isn't happy, then she can't be happy either. I don't know why you guys do that. Your tribe or whatever. That is horrible wingman stuff. Horrible wingman stuff.
Okay.
All right.
It works.
It works. It doesn't work on our end. I got to tell you, it's a bunch of bullshit is what it is. All right. So I'm not sure how to describe this one. I'm not sure if I get this one. So I'll post it, but I think there's another conversation to be had here. When you get a little too drunk and you start befriending strangers in the bathroom. Now, guys don't really do that. It's not a big thing. I'm not sure how many women talk to other women in stalls because they're drunk, but I fully could see if someone came and said, well, you know, there's no woman code. There's no girl code. Women can share products in the bathroom under the stall doors. They can talk to each other. I would believe that. That wouldn't surprise me one bit, which is probably contributing to why the bathroom lines are so fucking long on the women's side, because you guys are in there talking about shit. You got to explain this to me. Is that a thing? Is communicating with other women between stalls, is that acceptable with women?
Man, it happens all the time. I'm not much of a talker. I want to get in and get out. I don't want to stay in the library and have a conversation.
Well, but that is the thing for chicks. It's okay to talk. Guys would never talk between stalls. And if you're out of toilet paper, you would never lean over, lean under, or knock on the door and go, can you hand me some? We'd figure something else out.
No, girls will do that.
Before we ask for help, we'll figure something out.
We'll do that. We'll ask for
okay.
toilet paper.
All right. If a guy's in the toilet and he realized there's no toilet paper and he just sat down and took care of himself, did his business, before we asked for toilet paper, we would rip the tile off the wall.
I was going to say, you probably rip your underwear off and wipe
Absolutely,
it and leave it there.
And then throw it away.
You guys are just blah.
There's rules to this. There is rules and there is code to being a guy, and you got to follow it.
I guess.
I don't know.
I didn't go to the bathroom to have a chat.
Yeah.
I don't go to the chat room.
Yes, this isn't a chat room. It's a bathroom. All right, so there was another. This one, a little controversial for me in my particular situation with my wife. So, you know, girls remember everything forever. Of course, they bring shit up from 12 years ago. He says, I never said that. And what does she have? The girl has a screenshot. Yes, you did. Now, I get the way this meme is written. This is a way to start fights. I'm starting fights all over the place tonight. I got that. The way this is written is so that you can get mad at your girl and go, why do you save those screenshots? Why do you bring that? You got a screenshot from 10 years ago, and I said I didn't say it. You bring up a screenshot from 10 years ago. You got it in your phone. You got it in a file folder. You got it alphabetized. You know right where to go get it. This is bullshit. Quit bringing up the past. That's where this is supposed to go. However, I would love for my wife to do this. I would plead with her. I would pay good money for my wife to screenshot all the shit that she thinks I've said, because she doesn't. All she says is, you said that. And I go, no, I didn't. And she goes, yeah, you did. You're just so stupid you don't remember. It's like, well, prove it. I don't have to prove it. It's in my head. You fucking said it, and we're doing. That's all I get. When my wife, Gen X mom, your queen, when she speaks of something that I supposedly said or didn't say, left, right, up, down, black, white, yin, yang, she always it's the final word. You did say it, and that's it. We're not allowed to talk about it. Even if I whimper and protest, no, I didn't. She says, yes, you did, and then we move on. She has no proof. She has no screenshots. You know why? Because there wouldn't be any. I just haven't figured out how to overcome the fact that her hearsay is more important than mine. Why her memory is so much better than mine. It's just a given statement in our house. If mom says it, there isn't anything a kid or a husband can do. You're done. She goes, no, it didn't happen that way. I don't care if the gardener comes up and she says, why'd you tear out those plants? The gardener says, well, because you told me to. She'd go, no, I didn't. And he'd say, yes, you did. He goes, no, I did. That's it. The gardener's wrong and she's right. That's the end of the discussion. I would love for my wife to try to use screenshots, because right now she has a 100% accuracy rating in this house for arguments in the last 25 years, and no one's been able to defeat it. There's no evidence. Now, I should take screenshots and go, see, I didn't say that. How do you get a screenshot for something you didn't say? How do you prove a negative? All right, getting off on my high horse there a little bit and getting out of breath, but that's what chicks do, good or bad, to take my breath away. All right. So
you've been told to hydrate by Trippy.
Trippy, hydrating.
Yes. Our new member, Brittany, was referred to us to this lovely channel by Scott Royston. She wrote in there.
Far out.
Kelly from Facebook, where's your son? Haven't seen him in a while.
Well, funny you should ask. I got something to show you guys. Here's where the sun is. Does everybody want to see this? We have been hiding gold coins all over the country, and we are continuing to do so. We'll do it all summer long. And coin number 16 is now hidden. I think it's coin 16.
And yes, they're out of order.
Yeah, they're out of order. You know, we've only hidden 5. One of them is 16, but it had to go that way. It's a long story. But this is the clue. This is the first clue. And here how this goes. We changed the rules up a little bit. If you get the first clue, you can email goldcoins@genxtalks.com and you will get the next clue.
Unbelievable.
And you get enough clues, you can go drive and find. They're all over the country. There's not like you can just get one in the mail. No. You got to get in your car and you got to drive. We drove to get them there. You're going to drive to pick them up. So we're moving our way across the country. The Midwest is good. Loud One's going to help us hide a bunch. Back on the East Coast, we got some staff. They're going to hide a few. It's going to be a lot of fun. But this was the code, and like 3 people go, I don't get it. Is the guy screaming the water's cold? Is that what he's doing? Is it ouch, it's cold water? One guy actually emailed me and said, I think it's cold water. He's saying, hey, the water's cold. If you look at everything in this picture, this is actually a pretty famous picture. I know it's a rendering, it's just a drawing, but it's not like it's Da Vinci or something. No. But it's a pretty famous drawing of a situation. This was a great clue as far as I was concerned. But the gold coins, for those of you that are moderators on Facebook and on YouTube, you can link people right to the website, and then it goes to Discord. People are talking about it in the Discord room, but it links to the website, and you can figure this out and then email me. I put up the email address today. I've already gotten emails. I even got a right answer. One of the first people just got the right answer. They put one word in there, and they were right. Just letting you guys know where the kid is. He's on the road planting gold coins all over the country. There was another picture of that. It's just a kind of just to show you the hidden in America. We made that today just to kind of put it out there. It's on the website now. That's the first thing you see on the website. You can take a look at the coins. The Sun Valley Fox is building some of these coins for us, gold and stamping and making it go. This gives you an idea on where we're going with it. So that's just a quick deal. So
can I do some sheets?
Do some sheets, honey. Yeah.
Noel, $1.99, $2 levitating lady of poor ethics. Brent went fishing. Who's the $2 whore? Did you change it tonight?
There is no $2. Well, wait, who was it tonight? It was.
Did you change it from the other night?
I did change it from the other night, but now I can't remember who I changed it to.
Unbelievable. Russell Covey.
Oh wait, I know. Facebook. It's a woman. It's a woman, and she's been.
That's great. Welcome aboard.
And she's been in here for a long time.
Can I buy a vowel?
What's that?
Can I buy a vowel?
Yes. Oh, you don't really want a vowel? Okay.
A.
Her first and last name start with the same letter.
Oh, okay. I know who it is. It's what I thought it was. I know it is.
How would you know that off that? That could be,
Because I saw the picture, but I wasn't sure. But now that you said that, I know.
Tasha Tutenheim.
Okay. Russell Covey, good evening, General. 20 cent of stars. Then Russell Covey goes, oops, sent the wrong amount. 200 stars.
He sent 20 stars. He's like, oh, shit, forgot a zero.
This is...
What's wrong?
I don't understand that one. Loud One, $21. All right, you lot, settle down. Y'all been drinking. Whole new fuel system installed on the Camaro. New carb and new cleanable filter inserts and nitrous system remove. We now have 7 PSI pressure this weekend. Should be lively now. That's what he said.
How many people are going to understand what he just said?
I don't know.
He just described what he's doing to the carburetor with the nitrous system and the intake. And, hey, Loud, why don't you tell us what you're setting your distributor timing to also? Because that'll narrow it down. Maybe 3 of us will understand what you're saying.
You notice my voice went down because I was like...
Because you got lost.
WTF.
Yeah, she was... When my wife reads this stuff, she starts off all perky. Well, was it about to do it? And then as it gets more technical, then she's just pounding out Morse code, trying to get through the message in carburetor in 10 degrees before top dead center.
George on Facebook, the queen is right. Whimper in silence. Keep the queen happy. Thank you, George, on Facebook.
Happy. Oh, my
Brent
God.
went fishing, $23. It's a prime number. I don't know what that was for. Do you know what that was for?
No, I don't know what it's for.
Rowdy Bobby wants to know, is the general going to Discord tonight?
I don't think I'll be on Discord tonight. I've done that recently. And did anybody know I went live on the radio today? Yeah. If you were listening to KGXT, I went on for about 10 or 15 minutes, just shot the shit with you guys for anybody listening, went right back to the music, but I did it. You got to listen. I'm going to start dropping in whenever I want now. Yeah.
All right, I'm caught up.
You're caught up? All right. We are. I know we started about 6 or 8 minutes, and it's 7 or 8 minutes past the hour. So I want you guys to see, this is the reason that it would have been great to go vertical tonight. Wouldn't that have been a great show to introduce new people to what we're doing here? We're talking about toilet etiquette. Doesn't that summarize Gen X Talks? Doesn't that bring us full circle? A bunch of people drinking and talking about toilet etiquette. I think this would have been a perfect introduction to go vertical, but it didn't happen. It didn't work out. So here we are. Yeah.
Ed K says, is Cali Cat the $2 hoe?
Cali Cat is not the $2 hoe.
Okay.
Mary Mathis is the $2 whore.
Mary Mathis.
Mary Mathis. M, double M.
All right.
Double M. Mary Mathis. That's also her breast size, by the way, too. Double M.
Is Mary Mathis in the chat?
I don't know if she's even in the chat. Anyway,
No, she is not in.
I want to get out of here, you guys. I got so much stuff I got to do. It's a busy day tomorrow. And if not this Friday, next Friday, my wife has informed me we will be going back and doing the garage shows. I don't know if we're going live on both channels or not. We are doing them on Facebook Friday nights. We're going to go back to the garage show. Just an hour of my wife holding the phone and reading some comments, talking about some old tools in the garage. Also, we're talking about kgxtradio.com. You should pass that around. If you really want to help us, pass that around. But is it the 27th? We're doing the garage sale, May 27th. It's at the end of this month. May 27th, we're doing a garage sale.
25th.
The 25th. And I'm clearing out some stuff. I'm going to sell my forklift. I'm going to sell that convertible BMW. It runs, it's stick shift, and it runs. And I don't know if I'm going to get rid of my small block Chevy stuff. See, I have no fear of Loudwin coming over here and wanting any of my stuff. He's not a small block guy. I'm a small block Chevy guy. He's a big block guy. So he probably wouldn't want any of my stuff anyway. But there are some old things that are one-of-a-kind stuff that I got to get rid of. I can't take it with when we move next year. I got to get rid of some of this stuff. So big yard sale. I'm going to get a lot of stuff in the garage is gone. A lot of stuff around the outside of the house is going. A lot of stuff in our storage unit is going. So if you want something, you either have to come by, or when someone walks around, if Gen X mom or the kid walks around with the phone on a live stream and says, "Do you want this?" You got to pay for it and then send it, ship it, come get it, do something. Yeah.
Ace Maduro sent $5. Hey, who took down all the pictures of the Queen I put up in the woodshed and replaced them with pictures of the General? What gives?
Well, there has to be some hierarchy in the woodshed. I think everywhere you look, there should be a picture of the General reminding you who's in charge around here. God damn it!
That would be me.
Listen, I got to get out of here, you guys. My wife's back is still hurting. She did take some pills while she was here.
It's getting better, though.
She is straining to be here when you watch her kind of move around there. Plus, I don't know if the basketball games are still going on, but I'd like some dinner. I'd like to go sit down. If you don't mind, I've been in the studio all damn day. I'd like to spend a couple hours with my wife before bedtime. Yeah, Gen X Mom.
Russell Covey gave 50 stars. Have a good evening, everyone. One love.
Russell is one of our number one guys. Him and is MacArthur always. Covey and MacArthur always show up and drop a couple stars, letting us know that they're there every single time. Appreciate them both very, very much. Listen, I got to get out of here. Like I said, some stuff I got to go do. I can't get away from it. I got to solve some issues, man. I got to put on my red cape and run around and solve issues before it's time to crash out. Thank you guys for tuning in. Not sure where you're listening in from. Gracie, say good night.
Good night, everyone.
I don't know where you listen in from around the planet, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you tuned in on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember two things. Wherever you go, there you are. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side.